Are you tired of standing on the edge of your own potential? A silent war raging within you. You possess the intellect, the drive, perhaps even the resources, yet an invisible force drags you back from the success you consciously crave. This isn't about a lack of opportunity in a world overflowing with it. This is about an internal blueprint, a deeply etched program that dictates your limits before you even try to exceed them. What if I told you that the self-doubt you battle, the self-sabotage that derails your best intentions, isn't a flaw in your character, but a testament to the terrifying power of your unconscious mind? A power that, for most, operates in the shadows, pulling strings you don't even know exist. Today, we don't just skim the surface. We plunge into the abyss of your inner workings to expose the hidden architecture of self-doubt. And we reveal not just its origin, but the radical keys to dismantling it forever. This isn't about trying harder. This is about understanding the game so you can finally change the rules. Let's detonate a pervasive myth from the outset. The idea that your conscious willpower, your sheer determination, is the ultimate weapon against self-doubt. It's a comforting lie, but a lie nonetheless. Imagine an ant, full of purpose, marching resolutely north. This ant is your conscious mind, your 5%. Now imagine this ant is riding on the back of a colossal elephant, your unconscious mind, the other 95%. An elephant that is, unfortunately, heading south. Who wins that contest of wills every single time? The elephant. You're unconscious. This is where the real battle is fought and, for most, lost before it even begins. The core of this unconscious programming, the very bedrock of your self-perception, was laid down before you were even 7 years old. It was sculpted by a simple, yet profoundly impactful interpretation. Did you feel loved and accepted by the most important people in your young life? If the answer in your child's mind was no, or not enough, a devastating core belief took root. I am not good enough. I am unworthy. This self-opinion becomes your personal law, and you will unconsciously spend a lifetime seeking to validate this law. When success looms, when you're on the verge of proving that negative belief wrong, the alarm bells in your unconscious programming go off. Self-sabotage isn't a failure of will. It's the successful execution of an ancient, internal script designed to keep you consistent with that flawed self-assessment. Think of those who achieved greatness from nothing. A Colonel Sanders with a chicken recipe, an Oprah Winfrey from abject poverty, a Helen Keller locked in silence and darkness. Was it a lack of resources that defined them? Or did they somehow rewrite this internal law? The truth is, resources are rarely the primary barrier. The real chains are forged within. Your unconscious mind has what we call a default magnetic set point. And for many, due to this early programming, it's calibrated to negativity, to comfort in the familiar pain of not enough. Now let's dismantle another cherished illusion. The idea that your environment is merely a backdrop, a secondary influence you can easily conquer with enough grit. This is perhaps the most forbidden truth we will unveil today. Environment trumps will. Let that sink in. Your conscious intentions, your affirmations, your vision boards, they are tragically outmatched by the persistent, insidious programming of your surroundings. You don't choose if you are programmed by your environment. You only get to choose how consciously you curate that environment, or if you remain its unwitting subject. Consider the so-called law of conformity. If you spend your time with 9 recreational drug users, what are the odds you'll become the 10th? It's not a judgment. It's an observation of environmental mechanics. The environment isn't passive. It actively shapes you. And what about the information you consume? The mainstream media you believe is keeping you informed. Let's be brutally honest. The primary function of most mainstream media isn't to report news. It's to hijack your amygdala, the fear and negativity center of your brain. Why? Because fear glues eyeballs to screens, and those eyeballs are what they sell to advertisers. You cannot marinate in a constant stream of negativity and expect to cultivate a positive, resilient internal state. It's a binary equation. This incessant negative input reinforces that default magnetic set point we spoke of, ensuring your internal compass needle remains stuck pointing towards doubt and limitation. So while your conscious ant tries to march towards growth, the environmental programming reinforces the elephant's journey into the familiar territory of your limitations. So, what is the way out of this labyrinth? If willpower is outmatched and environment is a relentless programmer, are we doomed? Here, we challenge the very foundation of most self-help dogma. The solution is not found in acquiring more skills to manage the symptoms of a deeper malaise. Take time management. We're told to use planners to prioritize tasks. But what if, as we've seen with individuals we've analyzed, the real issue isn't managing time, but an unconscious inability to deal with rejection, leading you to say yes to everything, thereby overloading your schedule? Treating the symptom, poor time management, is futile if the root cause, fear of rejection, a product of that early, "I'm not good enough" programming, remains untouched. The same applies to the endless pursuit of more knowledge, more workshops, more certificates, believing these external accumulations will magically confer confidence or success. This is mistaking the map for the territory. The true path, the forbidden path, because it demands radical self-responsibility and a willingness to confront your deepest shadows, is self-mastery. This involves two critical, intertwined processes. First, unconscious reprogramming. This isn't about positive affirmations layered thinly over a mountain of unprocessed pain. It's about excavating those foundational, limiting beliefs formed in childhood. It's about understanding that the opinion you hold of yourself is the primary law, and if that law is faulty, it must be repealed and rewritten. This often requires more than just introspection. It may involve dedicated processes or guidance to access and alter those deeply embedded subconscious patterns. Second, conscious environmental architecture. If environment trumps will, then you must become the deliberate architect of your environment. This means making ruthless choices about who you allow in your inner circle. It means curating your information diet with the same care you would your physical diet. It means starving the negativity and feeding the influences that align with your desired growth, that help recalibrate your default magnetic set point towards possibility and strength. This is the real game. Not chasing superficial fixes, but fundamentally altering your internal blueprint and the external forces that shape it. This is how you stop being a puppet of your past and the passive recipient of environmental noise, and start becoming the conscious creator of your reality. Eliminating self-doubt isn't a one-time fix. It's the ongoing practice of mastering your mental blueprint. It's recognizing the elephant, understanding its path, and learning, not just to steer it, but to align its immense power with your highest aspirations. The patterns of self-sabotage are not your destiny. They are learned, and anything learned can be unlearned, rewritten, and transcended. The power of your unconscious mind, once a source of unseen limitation, can become your greatest ally. The question is not whether you can change. The question is whether you are willing to look where others dare not, to challenge the programming that holds you captive, and to claim the extraordinary power that resides within you, waiting to be unleashed. The architecture of your mind is vast and largely unexplored. What you've heard today is merely a glimpse into its hidden chambers and the levers of power they contain. Master your mental blueprint. Stay sharp.